Hello, my name is Ghrist, and I will be discussing the cloud as it relates to businesses. The cloud has revolutionized the way in which we save, store, and access data. We no longer need to save documents on one particular device because the cloud lets us access programs and files from anywhere. Today, I will briefly discuss what the cloud is, why it's important, the benefits of using the cloud, when to implement it, and how by using a 4-step model. Essentially, the cloud is a generic term for systems that share information by way of networking, like the internet. Cloud computing refers to sharing those resources, software, and information. There are public and private clouds as well as a mix of the two. A private cloud is the web-based access of hardware and software that is dedicated specifically to an organization. It can be accessed from the organization's intranet and is usually protected behind a firewall. The organization is responsible for all management, maintenance, and updating of the data centers on a private cloud. Public clouds are externally maintained web-based systems. An organization's data is stored in the provider's data center, and the provider is responsible for the management and maintenance of that data center. This type of cloud environment is appealing to many companies because it reduces lead times in testing and deploying new products. However, the drawback is that many companies feel security could be lacking with a public cloud. Hybrid clouds have the best of both worlds. They combine the infrastructure of private clouds with public clouds so organizations can move applications and data between the two. Generally, an organization will use the private cloud for sensitive data and the public cloud for lower security needs such as email. The biggest benefit of using a hybrid cloud is the ability to cloud burst when an application or resource running on the private cloud flips over to the public cloud to tap into additional computing resources. There are 3 types of the cloud: software as a service, infrastructure as a service, and platform as a service. Software as a service is a subscription per use that is centrally hosted. It includes package updates, access, security, and storage. Infrastructure as a service allows for building a virtual data center without the physical and capital outlays. Platform as a service provides a platform on which software can be developed and deployed. Now that we have a general overview of what the cloud is, why do we need it? In its most basic form, the cloud is a multi-purpose tool we can use to solve numerous individual and business problems. These problems range from acquiring and maintaining expensive hardware and software resources that we use daily to streamlining these resources in the most efficient manner. Cloud computing also helps society cope with problems such as managing big data, cybersecurity, and quality control. In addition, emerging technologies like artificial intelligence, distributed ledger technology, and many other capabilities are becoming available as services because cloud computing made it possible. These technologies are also adaptable to multiple platforms such as mobile devices, which is increasing their use. It's transformative technology that has helped organizations deliver products and services in a better way than before. There are many benefits to cloud computing in business operations that can be classified roughly into 3 categories: efficiency, flexibility, and strategy. Efficiency in business operations can be achieved through the cloud with enhanced accessibility, cost savings from not having to acquire and maintain resources, security, especially for private cloud services, and disaster recovery through data backup and restoration. Flexibility is achieved through scalability for businesses with fluctuating demand and workload, tool selection for businesses who need specific features to serve their needs, and cloud options such as public, private, and hybrid cloud solutions. Companies can also select their level of involvement with the as-a-service options mentioned previously. Cloud computing allows businesses to gain a strategic edge in the market through increased productivity, automatic updates to software and applications, increased mobility and maneuverability, and increased ease of collaboration with other individuals for projects. There are some risks when using the cloud, including unauthorized access to data, security risks at the vendor's location, legal risks depending on the industry, such as HIPAA requirements in healthcare, lack of control, downtime risks preventing data from being available. However, the benefits should outweigh the risks if a company is looking to utilize the cloud. Companies should move to the cloud when they can realize the benefits discussed on the previous slide. From a managerial perspective, moving to the cloud should help a firm to realize economies of scale and be able to refocus that budget to other areas. From an employee perspective, they should be able to realize increased productivity and associability through standardization work processes. From a customer perspective, they should see an increase in customer care, a decrease in the amount of time it takes to resolve issues, and overall increased satisfaction. Most businesses can move to the cloud in 4 steps: explore, evaluate, plan, and migrate. Firms should first explore and understand the options that are available to them. Deciding on the right type of cloud services the firm needs is paramount to its successful implementation and use. When exploring their options, they should also be considering their existing applications, legacy systems, and their future IT goals. Once they've decided on a type of service, the business should align it with their strategic plan. As stated before, the cloud is a tool and it should work for the benefit of the company. Implementing cloud services should help in their strategic planning and execution. The firm should also complete a cost-benefit analysis to ensure that this solution will work for them. Once the business has explored and evaluated their options, they should seek to secure leadership buy-in by presenting a unified vision. The migration strategy and implementation timeline can be established during this stage. Finally, work the plan to migrate the organization to the cloud in manageable chunks. This can be accomplished through 3 methods: lift and shift, lift and refit, or cloud native. Lift and shift is when an organization moves an existing application to the cloud with little to no alterations, and this is usually used for infrastructure as a service providers. The second method, lift and refit, is when a firm moves the application to the cloud, then tweaks it until it performs more effectively in its new environment. Finally, the cloud native is a new application that's built directly for the cloud. Thank you for listening to my presentation.